How's it going, guys? Andrew here with Justified EDC. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the thumbnail yet, so I'm not sure if you were, based on what I did, whether or not you were expecting a face reveal here or not, but I guess I decided it was time to do it. And probably you also noticed by the title of the video, this is not a review or an EDC thing, although I probably will show my EDC here just for the fun of it. But this is kind of a, probably not goodbye forever, but probably not going to be uploading much anymore. I've had a lot going on, and I've had some discussions with people and had some time to think about a lot of things about, the channel and, EDC and knives and gear and all that kind of stuff. And, yeah, I don't really have a script for this video or anything. This is kind of just off the cuff, but this is what I look like. Surprise. If any of you have been following me for any length of time, even back before I had my current Instagram, like back on my old account before it got banned, I used to show my face on there, so you probably knew what I look like, although it has been a couple years. So, yeah, so you've probably been wondering, I've gotten some DMs, asking, where have you been? What have you been up to? When are the uploads coming back? I really do appreciate all that. And again, by the title of this video, you probably saw that, probably not going to be uploading much anymore. But I truly do appreciate everything that, you guys that have consistently watched the channel and supported me and really enjoyed the videos. I really appreciate you guys. That part of it has been a lot of fun. That being said, I'm kind of burnt out on not even just making videos, but just the community and knives and gear and all of that stuff in general. It's just not a lot of fun to me anymore. I've always been into knives. I got a similar story to probably a lot of you guys and also I noticed I'm not like actually looking at the camera. I'm like looking at myself. I'm not used to filming my face, so I apologize for that, but I'm not going to try to change that. But probably a similar story to a lot of you guys that, you were into knives your whole life, or you like knives from an early age. And then when you got to be an adult and had fun money, you got into the hobby and the community and all that stuff. That was kind of my deal. I've always liked knives. I still do. I think they're cool. Yeah, got into them probably in high school, actually found the community and, got on Instagram, and a lot of you guys, that, have been following me for a while. I've known you guys for years now. And I remember thinking back when, I got into the community and got into knives and got into the hobby, and even more recently, as much as up to a year or so ago, I remember thinking seeing videos like this from other people and being like, I don't know how, you get into this hobby and then all of a sudden you just lose interest. How do you just, stop caring about all this? I was so into it. But here I am, and to be honest, the last couple months, I couldn't care less. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched knife related content on YouTube, which I used to do constantly. I used to watch every Knife Center video way back in the day. I used to watch every Blade HQ video, subscribe to all the different knife channels. I kept up with everything that was releasing, followed all the SHOT Show and Blade Show coverage. I haven't done any of that recently. I couldn't care less. Still been carrying a knife, but other than that, now it's pretty much just I kind of know what I like. I know what I don't like, and I've stopped caring so much about trying to sway people's opinion on that. I still have opinions. Obviously, everyone does. I still think that there are things that are dumb, things that are cool, things that are more useful than others. And I do still think that in certain, ways there's a right and a wrong way to do a knife. but I just don't care enough to make content and try to convince you guys one way or another. You guys are all big boys or big girls, so you can make your own decisions. You want to buy a shitty knife that I don't like, go for it. I don't care. And it just got really tiring trying to constantly find the next thing or constantly trying to like improve your EDC. The amount of time when I was, at my fullest, like so deep into this where, I was constantly trying to make EDC content. And even just, for myself, I was just constantly thinking about how can I improve my carry? How can I upgrade it? How can I find new things that work for me? And to be honest, the last couple of months, I've been carrying the exact same thing every single day. Probably here at the end, I'll go over what I'm carrying just for, old time's sake. But you'll see it's been the same stuff, the exact same stuff. And I kind of like that. I like waking up every day and having my stuff. I put the same thing in my pockets and I go to work or I go off to do whatever. And then I come home, I take it all off, I put it there, done. It's easy. The amount of, and again, this might be a me thing, might be my anxiety or my ADHD or whatever, but I used to like scrutinize and stress over like, what am I going to carry? And especially once I started doing YouTube, it was like, how do I parse out, how do I, carry these things enough to get enough, time behind them and use behind them that I can make an honest review. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't, it's taking up too much time in my life, to be honest. Recently, I think I mentioned it back in the last video I uploaded. I may have. I started a new job that's taking up a lot of my time. I have, I've gotten some new hobbies, as you can see by, the jersey here. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen on my story, I got into hockey this like last year. And so a lot of the, the time that I still have for, watching or entertainment or whatever, I'm watching hockey or I'm watching hockey content, listening to hockey podcasts, keeping up with the leagues and stuff like that. And so between the job, new hobbies, I've been getting back in the gym, which I haven't been for a while. Been going to the gym again. Been volunteering for new things at my church that's taking up time during my week. I've been getting back into reading. I think I've, in some of my more recent videos, I've made some book recommendations, which I don't think any of you cared about, which is fine. But, reading theology and stuff like that, been getting into that. And so it's just, reflecting back on this whole thing, going back to how could anyone fall out of love with this hobby? It just, life moves on. Your interests change, your priorities change, your situation in life changes. And I don't have just as much interest or time to devote to this kind of stuff anymore. Now that being said, this is not goodbye forever for this channel, I don't think. For the least, at minimum, there's still some stuff I need to make some reviews on just to fulfill obligations. There's a couple of, and I'm not going to mention everyone here, you guys know who you are, that have, if there's makers or companies that have sent me stuff to review in the last couple months, I still plan to get to all of that. I want to fulfill those obligations, get content out for those things. So there will be a couple, and again, I'm not going to give a timeline because I genuinely don't know when I'm going to have time to do it. But probably in the next month or so, there's going to be a couple videos that I'll put out to fulfill those obligations. But after that, I'm probably not going to pursue, getting new things into review or anything like that. There might be some things, a couple times a year that if I'm really excited about it, or, it's a friend of mine that's a maker, or someone starts a company and has something they want, promoted, I might put a video out to, push them a little bit. And I'll still be on Instagram. That's one of the big takeaways from this is just, I'm not, completely leaving the internet. Like I said, I leave my links to my Instagram in every video. So go follow me there if you want to keep up with me. I'll still keep posting there when I feel like it. You know, still interacting with the community as much as I feel like. All the group chats I'm in, I'll still be active in. If you want to, probably the public group chat that I'm, you know, the most active in is my like heavy music group, which I've really enjoyed. I'm glad I started that. We've got like 40 members in there, I think now. It's a good time. If you're into metal or hardcore or punk or any of that, some of you degenerates that I've got in there are really into ska, which I really hate, but if you want to talk about ska, that's fine. So if you want to keep up with me on a more, you know, day-to-day basis and you're interested in that kind of music, shoot me a DM. I'll add you to the group chat. So again, this is not me completely wiping my profile from the internet. I'm not going anywhere like that. And again, I still think knives are cool. I still think guns are cool. I still think gear is cool. So as stuff comes up, if it piques my interest, I might post about it. But I'm not holding myself to a schedule anymore, and I'm not going to pursue trying to get new things. It's just exhausting. Like, if you guys have ever made content, either on YouTube or wherever, and you've tried to, you know, it's being monetized. Like, these videos are monetized. I was, you know, I'm making money off of these. YouTube pays me for this stuff. So if you have made content with the pursuit of trying to make money off of it, you guys know how much work you have to put into it. And I don't know if that really comes across, like, and I know my videos are really, you know, low budget in terms of it's just setting the camera up with a basic backdrop and filming a one take. I don't edit my stuff or anything like that, but a lot of work goes into that behind the scenes. You know, I really do. I don't half-ass my reviews. There's a lot of content out there on YouTube, and I've said this before, that are, you know, people that are doing reviews where they get a knife sent to them from some company and they take it out of the box on camera and flip it a couple times. Maybe they'll disassemble it and they'll kind of play with it and then review it and give their thoughts. That's not how I do reviews. I spent dedicated time on that knife testing it. I carry it for at least a month or two and use it on a daily basis. Again, going back to that whole trying to decide what I'm going to carry for, you know, what days I'm going to be doing what things. Oh, okay, you know, I could use this gear this day that I'm doing this thing, that I'll get some good testing on it. And then, you know, just besides that, for a lot of things, I would do dedicated testing just in my free time, you know, testing edge retention, breaking down a bunch of cardboard, you know, going outside and doing stuff with knives for testing's sake, that kind of thing. So not only that, but I would watch a lot of content on, if it was something that, you know, other people have made content on, I watched other people's content on that because I'm trying to get a good picture of what are other people's experiences with this, to, you know, kind of inform me, because I only get one sample. And so I have to rely on other people's thoughts too. I go through forum posts and Reddit to try to get other people's opinions and experiences with different companies and different tools and stuff like that. So all of that had to go into the videos as well. And again, I don't know if that, hopefully that showed in the quality of the reviews and my thoughts, but just wanted to put that out there of, you know, how much time can it really take to sit down and do a 20-minute one-take video? It's not just that. You have to do all that precursor stuff, and then you have to sit down and you have to process the video and upload it, and I don't know how many hours I spent going through and putting links and everything in the videos and then uploading it and then managing it, replying to comments. Like, it takes up a lot of time. I didn't think it was going to take up as much time as it did before I started YouTube. I had no idea. But now I have really an appreciation for people that do this full, like, you could absolutely make this a full-time job if you were able to monetize it in a way that could support you. It's a lot of work. So yeah. And then the other thing is just in terms of like the wear and tear it would take on my mental health. Like, one, just the stress of trying to manage all that with all the other things I have going on in life. But then also it's like, it feels like sometimes you can't win with people in the comments. And again, I know, you know, you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt, but you put out a positive review and then you get everyone in the comments that doesn't like whatever you posted, and they're telling you all the reasons why you're wrong. And then you put out, so you're like, all right, so then you put out a more negative video or with like critiques or something. They're completely legitimate complaints or critiques. And then you have the, you know, fanboys coming into your comments and telling you how much of a, you know, snob you are. So it's like you can't win. And it's just exhausting trying to interact with those people. And, you know, you put all this time and energy and work into something, and no matter what you post, someone's gonna have a problem with it. And it's just, I'm getting to the point where I just, if I don't care enough to even really make the videos, I don't care what these people's opinions are, and I don't feel like interacting with them all the time. So that's definitely a part of it too. It's just, there's so much negativity in this community. Like, again, I don't want to come across like there aren't good people, and I haven't had great experiences, and I haven't made friends through all of this. I absolutely have, and all you guys know who you are. And I appreciate all of you, for real. But there's so much unnecessary, just over exaggerated negativity over stuff that truly just does not matter. What knife you have in your pocket, or what optic you put on your gun, or what brand of pliers you're carrying at your job, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. None of that truly affects your life. But people are, and again, I'm guilty of this as well. I've been that person that where, you know, you would disagree with someone's opinion or what someone's doing, and you know, you get unnecessarily upset about it. And that was another thing. It's just like, why am I upset about this? Why do I care so much about something so inconsequential when there's so many things in life that do matter? Just, again, priorities. This does not affect my life in the grand scheme of things, so I should stop letting it. So I hope this video isn't too much just rambling, but I wanted to give you guys, again, because I really do appreciate everyone that's watched and commented and supported me, especially people that have makers that have sent me things. You know, I truly can't say thank you enough for all of that. People that have sponsored the channel or sent me things to review or helped me with connections. I wanted to put this out. I didn't want to just disappear and not feel like just appear ungrateful for all that support that I have received, if that makes sense. Everyone that has helped me along the way, I really do appreciate you. I'm still going to be around. Hit me up in the DMs. And for makers that I've helped with design stuff or promotion or any of that stuff, feel free to hit me up still in the DMs or through my email. I'm still always happy to take a look at things and give you feedback privately. You know, even if I'm not up to doing a review or a video, you know, share your posts with me, tag me, I'll repost them on Instagram. It takes 2 seconds. I don't mind doing that. If you want to, you know, send me something and have me take a look at it and give you some thoughts, or hop on a Zoom call with you and give you some thoughts, I'm still happy to do that, because I care a lot about a lot of you guys that have supported me, and I want to, you know, just because I've lost interest doesn't mean I want to see people that have really made a name for themselves and a life and a job out of this for themselves fail. So I still want to see those people succeed. So again, you know who you are. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm still happy to help with all that kind of thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I didn't cover. I think it's just for old time's sake, I'll just do a quick showing you what I'm carrying. Like I said, it's been pretty much the exact same thing every day for a couple months now. I'll just get into it here. So, the knife that And honestly, I contribute this as like kind of as like the catalyst towards this whole thing of just kind of being done, is this knife right here. This is my Reeve Sebenza 31 large. This knife is, in my opinion, pretty much perfect. I have handled a absolute metric shitload of knives in the years that I've been into this hobby. And nothing has quite stuck with me like this knife. It's great. There's really nothing that I have to say bad about it. And I have used this an absolute ton. Again, this is the one in Magnacut. So, and I am truly convinced that Magnacut, at least for the time being, I know Laren is working on a new, I think it's called like Magnamax or something like that. It's basically like a stainless K390, which is kind of intriguing to me because I love K390. But until, other things come out, like I truly think Magnacut is one of the best, like knife steels out there. Just all around, it is extremely tough. You don't have to worry about chips and nicks in your steel that take forever to sharpen, to sharpen out. It holds an edge a really good long time with the proper heat treat. Again, Reeve runs their HRC on Magnacut pretty high, and I've had extremely good luck with how the edge retention is on this compared to some other Magnacut that I've tested. It's really, really nice. I like the slow movement of the pivot. I can't do bearing knives anymore. I just like, the drop shut is fun, but for actual everyday use, I find the idea of a knife falling that quickly towards my thumb, especially on frame and liner locks, just unappealing. There's no reason for it. I'd rather have a knife that doesn't immediately want to drop and guillotine my thumb when I unlock it. So there's that. But yeah, the Reeve Sebenza 31 large has been in my pocket pretty much every single day for a while now. And even when I was still, carrying stuff for review, this was in my pocket with it, and this was getting the majority of the use. I have some, not used to doing the camera this way, so I'm not sure how well it's going to focus, but I got some Timascus double lug studs on there from Patriot Knife Works. He's local to me, cool guy. Definitely go check him out. Probably going to get some different inlays from him for this at some point. Again, I still like knives. I still think they're cool. So yeah, this has been in my pocket every single day. Flashlight, you guys know I love my Surefire Stiletto Pro. That has not changed every single day. Again, another thing that's really was a catalyst in this whole process of, I've tried so many lights, and I always just come back to this. It's good. It's great. It's perfect for me for what I like in a light. Like the interface, like I find myself when I do reviews on other lights, like possibly even unfairly comparing it to this, because just in my opinion and how I use my lights, the interface on this is perfect. I like having the side switch for low, medium, high. I like having the momentary straight to high on the back. I don't like a bunch of adjustment. I don't like a bunch of modes. I don't like strobe, all that kind of thing. I really like how this light functions. And I think when I started to try to do other light reviews, it really just came down to like, it's not this, therefore I'm not going to carry it. I still do really want to get the Pro 2 at some point. But again, money, time, all that kind of stuff, this still works really, really well. And so this is what I've been carrying. But yeah, Surefire Stiletto Pro. Let's see, writing utensils at the job that I'm at right now, I use a marker and a pen every single day. So the Tactile Turn Bolt Action Mini in titanium. This one has like an aftermarket like blast on the titanium. Every single day. Parker, I think this is the it's the Pilot G2 Mini refill on this. I've always liked the Pilot pens, even back in like grade school, those were the pens I always used. So really like this pen. It's held up really, really well. I just put it through the wash accidentally the other day. It's absolutely fine. And then a marker. We use Sharpies for a lot of stuff at work. So this is the Soul Built Marksmith, which is basically just a titanium body with these modified Sharpie inserts, and then it's bolt action. So, and when they sent me this to review, they did my custom Memento Mori engraving on it. It's gotten super beat up since I did the review. Again, carrying this every single day. It's good. Again, it's really expensive for what it is. I don't recommend it for everyone, but it is really, really solid. I like having the bolt action feature, so you can use it with one hand. You don't have to deal with finding caps or breaking pocket clips or all that kind of stuff. So that's in my pocket every day. And then my wallet, which this is from Chimera Leatherworks. I forget what he calls this, but this wallet, since I got it, I've had a lot of, hang on, let me just put something in the front here so my card is covered. But since I got this wallet, this has pretty much been the only one I've carried, and that's kind of been my trend with wallets, is that I find one that I really like, and then I carry it until someone sends me something else that I like better. And as of right now, this is the one I've been carrying for months. It's developed a great patina. It's got everything that I like about it. It flips open. I don't have any cash in here right now, but it's got quick access here in the front. I don't usually keep this here in the front, but it's just covering my card. And then it's got some card storage in the back. And then you can put unfolded bills here in the back, and it's got this little flap to keep them retained, which I like, that you don't have to fold things up and then take them out every time you want to get one bill out. You just open this up, you have access to all your cash right like that. So this has been a great wallet. It's held up really, really well. Chimera Leatherworks sent me this, and I really appreciate it. He had sent me one before it had the snap on it, and I had suggested maybe putting some kind of snap or retention here on the front. Just a couple things that I had, recommended him. He made those changes, and now this is really, really solid. So this has been the wallet I've been carrying. Again, found something that I really like. No point in changing it because I don't really have any problems with it. So why am I going through, the mind games of trying to upgrade and find something new? This works, and I have no problem with it. So that's what I'm going to carry. I think that's really it, other than my gun here, which I'll take out. Been carrying the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 a lot. And it's been in this Turner CNC deep carry holster, which is 3D printed, which is really cool. You guys know I'm into 3D printing. It's got the long DCC clip in it. When you holster it, it goes completely down below your waistline. And then you just push up on the barrel to expose it. And it actually, with some practice, it's very easy to draw with this. The reason I've been carrying in this holster is because I am going back and forth between standing and sitting and bending and stuff like that a lot at work. And I don't want to, I actually don't really know what my company's policy is on carrying at work. So just to be safe, having something that's completely concealed beneath my waistline in case I, reach up and my shirt comes up, there's no way I can accidentally flash that I'm carrying. It's completely hidden. And it's just extremely comfortable. There's nothing to poke you, prod you, anything like that. Really been enjoying the Bodyguard 2.0. That's one of the only things that I ever switch out is, again, when I'm not at work, I'm just out and about, I'll still carry my Glock 17, which you guys have seen plenty of times on my channel. So that's really the only thing that switches out. Occasionally, I'll carry a different knife. The Defense Lab E-Hood, which I've spoken very highly about. Oh, I just dropped my wallet on the floor. And the camera moved. Love that. The Defense Lab E-Hood, I've been carrying that when I go to the gym. It's great. Sheath setup is really nice. It's just very lightweight, easy to carry. So that's really the only other knife I've been carrying. I'll occasionally swap out a different folder if I'm feeling like it, but again, mostly this. So this is the stuff that I have been carrying. It's pretty much just been this. It's just been this. I haven't really been carrying anything else, and I like it. I've stopped really carrying multi-tools or pliers. I have this bag over here, which, again, if I ever feel like it, I might do a video on. But I keep all my tools in there, Leatherman, Knipex, bit drivers, whatever. One of the other things I will occasionally carry is the Milwaukee Fastback still. That's still a great tool. Really like that. I'll sometimes carry that in conjunction with this, just because the disposable blades are really, really nice. I use razor blades a lot at work for different things with wire and stuff like that. But I don't find myself in my day-to-day needing a bit driver or pliers on my person, because when I'm at work, I'm at my station where I have all my tools, or I'm in a shop where I have a whole tool rack and tool chest that I can go to. And outside of that, I'm not really using those kinds of tools on a daily basis. And if, you know, I have a project that I know I need those for, then I grab them. But I got tired of stuffing my pants full of stuff that I'm not using every day. I think Knipex are great tools. I think Leathermans are great tools. I think the Fastback is awesome. Do I need it every single day and have my pockets stuffed full of stuff that I'm probably not going to use? No. So I'll throw it in my bag, and if I need it, I'll run to my car and get it. We get in our heads about some of this stuff about you need things right now and how it's so convenient to just have it in your pocket. It's also not that hard to walk, you know, 100 yards to outside of your work into your car to get something. It's really not that big of a deal. Or to, you know, have to go to your bag and get something out. It's really just, we have been constantly bombarded by like needing the convenience of having things on us. Which for certain things like a firearm, yeah, you should be carrying on person. I'm still not going to condone off-body carry. It's dumb, because that's one tool that you, like when you need it immediately. But a pair of pliers, I can't think of a single situation where I need a pair of pliers right now. It's always like, oh, I need a pair of pliers. Let me go grab them. Not a big deal. Oh, I need a screwdriver. Oh, it's in my bag. Oh, let me go grab it. I still have it. I still have access to it. It's just not in my pocket. So that's what I've been carrying. That's kind of my thought process. That's where I've been, the state of the channel, all that good stuff. That's where I'm at. So at the time of filming this, like I said, I still have a couple of reviews to get out. I promise everyone that's been waiting for stuff, I promise I will get it out. I will fulfill all of those, you know, obligations that we have. But going forward, I don't expect regular uploads. It's just what it is. I'm sorry for all you guys that really enjoy my content. And again, from the bottom of my heart, it really means a lot that you guys enjoy it and watch it and get something out of it. I really do appreciate that. But just for my own sake, for my mental health, my life, my time, my money, it's just not going to be a consistent thing anymore. So, happy face reveal to all of you guys. Thanks for watching again. I'll leave links to the stuff I talked about, because I always do. And go check out all the people that have sponsored me and that I've posted about. Again, all the videos are staying up, all the links are still active, so go check those out, go support those people, and go find other channels that are really passionate about this stuff, because there's nothing wrong with being passionate about it. If you're still into this kind of stuff and you still want to make content, that's awesome, that's cool. I'm really happy for you. So go find other channels to watch and support good people. That's really all I got to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.